Hey there, bronze workers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 21, Shieldsmith. So I marked it here. Alright. Pretty nondescript. Let's get digging. Hopefully it's not poor like the last one, huh? So I'll start with a node search just to make sure that this isn't like a false positive. Verified medium amounts. Okay, we're good. Oh, wow, it's poor. Of course it is. At least I found it easy this time. Could always be worse. Isn't that the fruit tree? No, I found a fruit tree and I, harvested it and, planted it next to the base, a pear tree. I don't remember what that was. So anytime, and veterans in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way veins work is all of the things in a single vein will be connected to one another. One tile away, but diagonals also count. Meaning that if, you know, there aren't going to be gaps between the veins. Which helps you find each piece. So, like, from this piece here, it could be the diagonal that way, that one, this one, or that one, but, like, it's going to be connected somehow. Allowing you to find it, find ore. There's still trace amounts. Okay, so, then the question is where? You don't have a lot of copper as a result of, because it's poor quality. That's been happening to me a lot. Here we go. No nodes nearby. Alright, let's delete this one too. And head that one. Whoa! Okay, well, might as well prospect. Stick a ladder in here. Figure out what's down here. Uh... 2% native copper and or 0.05 ilmenite. Okay. Not amazing, but it's alright. Been finding a lot of ilmenite, which is like not a particularly useful metal early game to find. In fact, it's very not useful. You're probably not going to use it for the first, I don't know, 40, 60, something, a lot of hours. So the fact that I'm getting oodles of it is just kind of like a, okay. Or not, I mean, I'm not getting it, but I'm prospecting it. Ooh, you know? Now that we've established a woad and catmint beekeeping, grab it when I can. Well, this might be a little annoying because it's like in the water. Verified large amounts. Oh, I like the sound of that. I'm sort of... It's actually kind of back this way that I indicated on the map. Nope. I just don't want to gravel fall. There we go. Oh, quality medium. That's better. And it was large amounts, so this should be a decent amount of copper. Probably enough for, like, a lot more lamellae. Maybe enough for the full suit. If I'm lucky. So the difference of quality here, if you're wondering, is the medium quality has more copper per chunk than the poor quality. Medium is not obviously the best, but I'm getting 25% more copper per node. Which, given the size of the vein being, I think, larger than the last one, means like this vein will probably have maybe twice as much copper as the last one, possibly more, if I'm lucky. Does the character wear shoes? So if you hit C, you can see the clothing that I'm wearing, which is in all sorts of terrible ill repair. But I believe the way clothing works is it just wears out over time. It's not even damaged through combat, if I'm not mistaken. And the quality of the... There's different modifiers for the clothing, but essentially clothing is to keep you warm or cold, cooler. So tattered clothing doesn't offer as much insulation properties, for instance, as well-kept clothing. There is one item that helps you with fall damage, but it isn't... it's like a late-game thing. Yeah, you can wear lots of things. A lot of the things are just like cosmetics. Jewelry, pins on your clothing, etc. And then, of course, armor. Never forget armor. Alright, let's see how close to being done I am. Oh, I got it all. Sweet. That one was better. Especially given that I named it maybe copper. I wasn't even really sure. Yeah, we have some good nuggets off of that. I don't want random dirt or sand in my inventory, so I'm just tossing it. Hey, Comful, thank you for the resub. Cheers. Is this the one I dug up? No. Was that a crystallized chunk? Poor crystallized chunk, but yes. Oh, hasn't spread yet. It shouldn't by now. It's too early. Just checking on it. Alright, this hammer is definitely going to break. It survived. There it goes. It's gone. So, casting time. I wouldn't mind another pick, because I just broke my last bronze pick. I also, this time around, wouldn't mind a hammer, because I just broke a hammer, too. So, I'll cast 500 units. Alright, 92. Oops. Perfect. Using as much copper to cassiterite ratio as possible. This is another game that you bought solely on my playthroughs. I hope you're enjoying it. I really enjoy playing this game. Not all the games I play I actually enjoy, but this is definitely one of them I do. Something else I'm going to do while I wait for that to heat is I'm going to make myself a chisel. So... Oh, I can't put peat in there. What am I thinking? The chisel is a pretty versatile tool, and I already have a copper nugget, so I might as well just make a copper chisel. Oh, we got rotten there too. I have a lot of raw red meat that I need to probably cook, or it's gonna go bye-bye pretty quick. I haven't been focusing too much on cooking, and it shows. So let's get a big cook done as well. So 5.5 hours, that should be fine. I'll put this away in its own stack so it doesn't spoil. But I'm going to be doing a huge porridge and meat run. Right, how are we doing on this? About half smelted. Cool. And that's already piping hot. Perfect. So, we are going to be making a chisel. Very easy tool to make. As you can see, there's no other... I just need to remove a bunch of metal now. Oops. And then, you know, if you have a mistake like that, because that was a misclick, you just... As long as there's still metal on the part, you can just fix it. Kind of looks like a copper spoon or something. Chill out! And this is almost ready to go too. Swank. Oh. So the reason I got the chisel... Well, there's a few different reasons, but I'll talk about them after I do this. This is about to be molten. Oh, you know what? I wanted to cook. It's already hot, so... Let's do that. Ooh. That's not a valid recipe. That's fine. I'll just do red meat stew. Because, the red meat's gonna spoil way before the grain does. In fact, stuff's gonna spoil, like, kind of immediately. If I don't use it. It's fine. I can always use the rot, turn it into compost. Ooh, pretty. I like how it illuminates. Radlocker, thank you for the sub. Alright. Well, so chisel. There's a bunch of different things you could do with the chisel. So one of the things that you could do is you could take your chisel and just be like, hey, you know, I don't want copper lamellae, I want copper. Boom. I just used the chisel to break down the lamellae, because I'm not planning on making copper lamellae armor, and now I have copper bits, which can be used for making tin. Right? They're the same thing. It's just I recovered the metal, which is great. There's a bunch of other things that you can do with the chisel. So if you look up, like, blocks and items, you could do the same thing with anvils, which actually doesn't show you here. But you could take an anvil. So if it's a copper anvil, you need at least a copper chisel or better. So if you have, like, a bronze anvil, you can't break it down with a copper chisel. But you could take a fully H-durable chisel and break your anvil down for metals. So if I ever cast myself an iron anvil, I can recover all the tin bronze out of this anvil by taking a tin bronze or better chisel and chiseling that down into ingots, which is great, because it recovers a lot of materials if you're not going to use it anymore. Oh, we are out of fuel for that. And then... a huge part of the chisel is chiseled blocks, so I'll show you that too. So if I take the chisel in one hand and the hammer in the other, like this, I can modify this block here. So if I wanted to make it so that the oil lamp looked cool, I can actually shape the voxels how I want. Like, bit by bit, piece by piece. So if I just wanted, like, a lamp holder, I could cut away all of the unnecessary stone and leave myself with just a lamp pillar. And I can design it how I want. But, yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing. It does burn through your hammers and your chisels, but you can take the time to artfully chisel yourself kind of whatever you want, which is really cool. So there we go. Now I have my, you know, this is my little lamp sconce thing. In fact, I'll even chisel some details into it. You can also polish blocks as well. I mentioned this before, but I can show you that too. I think that looks nice. Very simple, but nice. You can make yourself windows as well. Like if you want to, I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I can cut a hole through and make windows. Of course, that invalidates the whole, this is a cellar. Because, you know, cellars need to actually be enclosed. So let's not break our cellar for no reason. But yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Do you think it should go through? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sit on the ground and... There, now it's a table. A very skinny table. Cool. Good enough. And then if you wanted to chisel blocks, you could take like a chunk and be like, oh, you know, I want to make this a polished granite rock instead of a granite rock. So granite rocks, when you place it, you can't remove it without breaking into chunks, whereas a polished rock, you can remove. You know, if I put the granite rock along like a dirt wall and remove the dirt wall, and gravity will have it drop, but like, point being, you know, if you want a polished look, you can do that with the chisel as well. Alright, my meat stew is probably way overcooked. Boop. And the molds are still soft, but I could probably run another run of bronze because they'll... I'll be able to remove them soon. I am going to go dig up the remainder of my... No, I'll do that once I finish the next cast. But I do have a lot more charcoal back in the old base that I haven't dug up yet. So for the next one, I just want... Is there any other bronze tools that I want to make right now? I could also start to do... Yeah, so I'm going to do 500 units of bronze, because the other thing that I want to make is a tin bronze hoop and a tin bronze boss. And they are parts of a shield. So if I look up shield here, you have wooden shields and metal shields. But let's just imagine I'm making a... Oh, man. Tin, bronze... let's say an oak shield. It's 3 oak planks, plus a tin bronze boss, and a tin bronze hoop. And this will allow me to, you know, block better. So, for that, I'm going to need to cast them into ingots, and then shape them on an anvil. So I'll do another 500. In fact, do I have other ingot molds? Or just the 2? Because if I had 4 ingot molds, I would cast 4. But I think I only have the 2. I don't think I made more than that. Oops. these solid? Yeah, okay, these are solid. They're hot, but they're solid. I'm holding them, like, barehanded, even though they're way past boiling temperature. But I'm an angel. I'm a seraph, so checks out. So now I have enough for another pickaxe and hammer. 2 tools that I... Pickaxe, hammer, and shovel and axe are like, you know, you're just gonna make a lot of. It was, what, 92? And 8. Oh, it was already hot, so it's self-lit. Perfect. Hanging the old molds up. So 3 more lamellay, and then I'll put the ingot molds out there as well. Yeah, shovels, you're right. They aren't used too often. But axes, pickaxes, prospecting picks, and picks, quite a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the old base to dig up the charcoal while that smelts. That's enough ore that it's going to take a minute. Nate, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. I suppose it all depends on like how you want to build your bases. You know, if you have earthen bases or you want to do a lot of terraforming, you're probably going to use a lot of shovels. So it's hugely contingent upon your own gameplay style and designs. At some point, I am probably going to need to do another run of charcoal. So getting a tin bronze axe would be smart. Tin bronze, of course, is a tougher material than copper by a lot. And it's funny because it's not even tin bronze is like not even the good type of bronze. The bismuth and zinc, man, I can't speak today, or black bronze is better. Although black bronze is, there's probably better uses for your gold and silver than making black bronze, like making lined lanterns and the like. Are you ripe? Come on, pick the bush. Punch your bush. Okay, well, I destroyed the bush. I got angry, it wasn't letting me harvest it, so I broke it. Yeah, if you find a lot of bismuth and zinc, that's a totally valid and even better way of making bronze. I just happened to find tin, so I leaned into it and was like, alright, well, I have tin, might as well just make more tin. It's not even done yet. It would help if I, like, close my doors. I'm, like, definitely gonna die from foolishness. So we have 44 charcoal left and some black coal, too. Oh, it's dark here, isn't it? So those ingots can go to the production of either a hoop or a boss, so I can make a shield. Cool. Question for you all. Continue making bronze armor or do something else? So now I have 8 lamellae. So the chest pieces require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But I can make pants. Pants require 5. And helmet requires 3. So I can make helmets and pants already. So let's do that. Take my large pelts. I did that wrong, didn't I? So there's a helmet. You can see that's what it looks like on my head. And it increases my... So what this does is it gives me a flat damage reduction for attacks up to tier 2. So there's different enemies with different attack tiers. And generally speaking, your armor protects you up until that tier. So tier 2 would be like rams or wolves, stuff like that. Weaker drifters. And then there's also positional damage. So your head is less likely to get hit than your legs, and your legs are less likely to get hit than your torso. So if you only wear, let's say, a helmet, it's only going to help you, I think, head hits are like 10% of the time? I think it's like 10, 40, and 50. So like half your hits are to your torso, 10% to your head. It's something like that. Yeah, that's the general idea. What was the pants? Oh, only pelt small? Yeah, I have some work to do then. No, they're pelt mediums. I'm surprised they weren't pelt larges. Oh, it's one large in the middle. Okay, got it. I was doing it wrong. Alright, so there's the tin brawn pants. And I'm not going to wear these until I have the full set. Because I'm not going anywhere that requires it. It also will change your stats. So here's another thing. My walk speed has gone up. My healing gone down. My healing effectiveness has gone down. My hunger rate's gone up. My range accuracy has gone down. My range charge speed has gone down. So as you wear armor, there are penalties for the armor. So less protective armor has lower penalties, generally speaking. But that's another important thing to note. Because, like, completely decking yourself out in armor might sound good, but it comes with some consequences. Consequences that you might not want to pay. Doesn't that look so cool? Ah, it's glorious. All right. Yep, it's midnight. Let's go to sleep. And we're going to continue making bronze armor. Got it. And with the bronze armor, one of the things I intend to do is also make a shield. So, probably make an oak shield, I'd imagine. I'm trying to think of, like... Because we could make metal shields as well. Tin bronze shield. Does tin bronze have a shield, though? Yeah. I think no. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's a tin bronze shield. So, the tin bronze shield has a durability of 450, a block chance of 90%, damage absorption of 5 hit points, passively block chance of 15%, damage absorption of 3 hit points, versus an oak shield. Let me just make sure that I'm comparing. So the metal shield is better. Okay. But I'm curious, but it will require more tin bronze. Should I make an oak or a metal shield? Either way will work. Most of the benefit from the shield is the active blocking. The passive blocking is a little less important, but I'll have you guys vote on that. Oh, sounds like I have a rift nearby. So I have 2 ingots. Do another run. So it was 92 and 8. And I'm going to do 2 more ingots of tin bronze as well. Rift activity right now is high. You don't say. I couldn't tell. So for the last piece... One, 2, 3, 4, 5... So 11. Got it. So I'll need to do 3 more runs of lamellae, and I'll have a little bit left over for repairs. It's expensive, but getting your first piece of armor is really momentous. Like a first set, I should say. So then you're finally like, oh, I can fight things! And like, it really is a big difference. This is fresh for 9 hours. Alright, you guys want a tin bronze shield. Got it. So where is the rift nearby? Hey! Hey! No one said you're invited in here. You get lost. Someday I'll actually have, like, full walls around the base. But I don't have that yet. Yeah, it was a cool lightning effect, absolutely. So this more run is going to be 2 more tin bronze. So I'll start heating up those tin bronze ingots to make a boss. Or a plate. So tin bronze shield is going to be 2, 4... I think a hoop is 1 ingot and the boss is 2. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 ingots. For the shield. I probably need to make a run of charcoal as soon as I finish with this run of tin bronze, because I'm going to run out of charcoal and then have to wait for a pit kiln of charcoal to finish. Both are 1 ingot for the shield part? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. Take your word for it. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch, November 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.